Thank you so much for joining me today for our virtual Reiki reboot. These very quick check-ins I have found to be incredibly beneficial. We have forgotten how to breathe. It is as if we are moving around this world in a state of quickness that isn't ours. We're moving in this world in a state of perpetual motion. And yet, the law of thermodynamics say that perpetual motion doesn't exist. Well, I'm here to tell you that I can't stop moving, so it must exist. How many of you feel as if you can't stop moving? So as the winter solstice approaches, we find ourselves at this pivotal moment. And it's a time to honor the past, to embrace the present, and envision the future. This junction invites us to reflect on our journey, both external and internal. We're drawing wisdom from ancient traditions and personal experiences. This is my coaching style. This is my energetic style. This is my Reiki style. I draw wisdom from ancient traditions and personal experience. December 21st, we welcome the winter solstice. It's the longest night of the year. It's a celestial pause before the sun begins its journey back towards the light. It's the moment where the sun kind of reaches its point. It pauses. It almost like it exhales. It stands, it looks back, it exhales, and then it starts to move forward. That's the longest night. That's the solstice. And this pause that it takes is a bridge. It's a bridge between the past, the present, and the future. And that pause is the present. That pause is the present. So now we're going to take a minute and we're going to create a solstice environment in ourself. We're going to reflect. We're going to unplug from the energy extension cord that we're plugged into. Be it holiday stress, be it social media, or your own internal dialogue where the end of the year is near. I haven't done enough. I haven't seen enough. I haven't been enough. I'm not ready for the year to end because I wanted to accomplish so much more. And yet, here I am. Not enough. I don't know how much space to take up. I don't know if I can take up space. I don't know what step I'm on because I don't even know the steps. It's as if you're walking up a mountain, but you can't see. I mean, you can feel that there is a huge mountain in front of you. And you know that each step that you take is important because there is a summit somewhere just within reach, it feels like. Always. But right now, we're going to take a pause. We're going to embrace this solstice energy, and we're going to connect to our body. Sit well. Wherever you are, stop. Wherever you are, hit the pause button. We're going to disconnect from the quickness that is around us We have started our timer for 7 minutes. I want you to breathe in surrender. Exhale control. Breathe in surrender. Exhale control. To imagine, and you could even take your hand if you want. Imagine that there is an extension cord plugged into the top of your head. Literally unplug that extension cord that you're connected to currently, that energetic current. We're just gonna disconnect that current that you're currently in. And we're going to plug you back in to the source of unconditional love and light. That cosmic, energetic, healing light that we are all made up of. Plug you back into that source of unconditional love and light. And we're going to breathe. You are now connected to the source of unconditional love and light. And each breath, each inhale brings that light in, and each exhale expands it through every cell in your body. We're going to bring it in, and we're going to exhale, and you're going to feel that light expand in your head, behind your cheeks. And then we're going to breathe it in again, and it flows into your throat and expanding in your throat and your esophagus. Maybe you lift your head. Maybe you exhale with a vocal exhale. And then we bring that energy in with our breath. And then we expand it with our exhale into our chest, into our lungs. Maybe our shoulders go back a little bit. Maybe we open our hearts. And we bring that energy in with our breath, and we expand it into our heart, exploding in our circulatory system. It's like all this light now is being carried through our veins, through our beautiful heart muscle. We're going to breathe into our heart muscle just a little bit more. Really expanding into our heart. Take another 2 or 3 really solid deep breaths in here. We're just bringing that love and light and expanding it into our heart. Igniting our heart. And now we're going to bring that light down into our bellies. And as we exhale, that healing light goes through our intestines and our spleen and our stomach. And just breathe that down. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths here as well. Breathe in. We're going to bring it all the way down into our pelvic bowl. We're going to open up our hips. Maybe we kind of relax a little bit more into our seat. We're going to breathe in. Our breath is the energetic current that flows this light through our body, and you can connect to this at any time. Just remember to breathe. So now we're going to breathe that in, that love and light, and we're going to move it down into our legs, our quads, into our knees and our thighs, and into the bottoms of our feet. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to exhale all of that love and light all the way down to the bottoms of our feet. In Quechua, this is Sami Chakwe. Sami Chakwe. We're bringing in that Sami, that love, that light all the way in, Chakwe, and we're moving it down to the bottoms of our feet. And now we're going to just open up the bottoms of our feet and push all of those things, not push, gently guide with our breath and our exhale, all of those things that no longer serve us back down. We're going to breathe in that love and light, and we're going to exhale it down throughout our body, at the bottoms of our feet. And at this point, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that I need to let go of? Give yourself permission to clear the fields. As you are the sun, pausing in this moment, deeply and fully connected to the cosmos above and the earth below. Give yourself grace and permission to pause, to reflect, to remember, and to love yourself. And imagine the power that you possess, like the sun, the light that illuminates everything. Each step that you have taken up until now has been a light on the way to your path. Every step is important. Every day, every moment, every pause. Find the healing moments in the pause. Now we're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale. Really feel everything through. And now all of your cells are illuminated in this bright light. You are the sun on the inside. It burns bright with love, not a frantic, energetic, going to burn out burn, but it's a steady source of life. Just the right amount at all times to provide life and to provide rest. Now we're going to wrap up the bottoms of your feet. Just kind of close that where we've released everything. And we're going to bring one really deep breath in, Sami Chakwe. We're going to bring all of that nectar from the gods, that juicy light and love, all of that beautiful energy, source of unconditional love, which you are connected to. We're going to bring that in, and we're just going to fill up those spaces with love and light. Fill your bubble, and it's creating this beautiful bubble around you of light. You are a sun walking on earth. You are a source of love. You are a source of life. You are a source of light. You are a source of rest for some. Be a source of rest for yourself. We're going to close that on the top of your head. We're going to take a really deep breath in, and whenever you feel ready, you can come back to where you are. And know that you have just experienced a solstice moment in your own body where you've been connected to the stars, to the sun, to the moon, to the earth. Because you are all of those things. and they are all of you. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey. I do hope that you can come back. You can find this place at any time. You can find this pause at any time. You have permission to take a pause. I'm going to leave it at that. You have permission to take a pause. A 7-minute pause, an 8-minute pause, a day pause, a 30-minute a week pause. You have permission to pause now. You have permission to pause. I realized last year, I think, it came to me like this earth is moving so fast, this quickening is happening, and yes, it's happening. But I think it's an illusion in terms of we think that the world is moving too fast, so we have to catch up with it. But let me tell you this, the earth has been on its same cycle since its inception. That is what keeps the earth the earth. That is the sacred balance. She is responding to us, not us to her. We have really flipped that sacred balance on its heels, upside down, inside out. When we slow down, we can see her, we can hear her, the earth, nature. When we take those nature cycles in our body, we are a microcosm of the earth. Inside of us, we hold the universe inside of us. All of those sacred balances, all of those laws, they apply to us. Not man laws, universal laws, nature laws. For time immemorial, our native cultures have known this, have lived by this, have grown civilizations based on this. When civilizations fall, it's not because nature did it. It's because we got upside down, inside out, and we started ruling ourselves. Man started ruling man instead of a symbiotic relationship with nature. Instead of those rhythms that nature provides us to keep us alive. Remember nature's wisdom. Remember nature's rhythm. And slow down to see her. Pause to hear her. And remember who you are in this universe. When we heal ourselves, we heal the world. It is not selfish to heal ourselves. It is not selfish to give energy to our own light, because it is ultimately our own path that we have the most control over. And if you live with a mental health issue, like myself, codependent, it's hard to remember that. It's hard to remember that you have a light. It's hard to remember to give energy to your own light, because for me, I want to give energy to everyone else's light until I am burned out. And that doesn't help anyone. It's time to put the oxygen mask on ourselves. We need to put the oxygen mask on ourselves. And these pauses, this connection will help you do that. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign out. Bye.